iPhone X. What y'all broke ass have? Y'all have iPhone 5. And I'll be drinking your college tuition.
Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another video. As you probably know, we post content daily, so if you'd like to show your support, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, join the notification squad by subscribing and hitting that bell notification on, but also, don't forget to comment down below saying I subscribed to enter our monthly shoutouts, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to the magic of the internet, today it's easier to portray yourself as extremely rich than it has ever been. Strangely, for whatever reason, some people, rap stars and internet celebrities alike, would rather have the world believe that they are incredibly wealthy than actually do something about it. For them, the illusions of having money and how they are perceived by the masses are everything, so stay tuned as we look into 8 fake rich people who were exposed as poor. Nobody ever said that being a social media influencer is an easy job, even though it may seem like they're living a carefree life of luxury. They always have to stay on top of things to satisfy the masses of their followers, but what happens when they run out of things to do and post? Well, if Sadell Young, who Hong Kong's Apple Daily described as a key opinion leader, is any indicator, they use other people's work and pass it off as their own. On her Instagram page, Sadell appeared rather wealthy and regularly posted for her 100,000 followers, showing all the places around the world she has traveled to and all the wonderful meals she supposedly made. The masses were so infatuated with her, and to top it all off, she even appeared in a travel show called A Seek in Singapore. Still, Sadell's online career took a dive when she posted a series of photos about her trip to Italy, and some of her fans realized that something was off. After some digging, it turned out that the photo she allegedly took in Italy was actually a cropped photo she took from an Australian travel company's website. Her Instagram followers decided to dig some more and eventually unearthed a whole bunch of photos Sadell has taken from various sources. Interestingly, she doesn't appear in any of her problematic photos, probably due to her lack of Photoshop skills, and in order to save her face, Sadell eventually deleted around 90 photos from her Instagram account, but the truth was already out, and everyone knew that she isn't as rich as she portrayed herself to be. Johnny Mitchell, best known for appearing on British dating reality show Love Island, appeared to be living the luxurious life of a jet-setter, as seen on his Instagram profile, where he's shown driving luxurious cars, feasting on caviar, and sipping champagne while traveling first class. Before getting on the show, he said that being away from home wouldn't affect him because he's used to traveling and that it's his lifestyle. "I'd pretty much live abroad, so being away from home wouldn't be a big deal for me," Johnny said. As it turned out, however, it was all a facade that began to crack when someone close to him reached out to The Sun, claiming that his Instagram profile isn't a true representation of his life. While looking at Johnny's posts, a lot of them would make people believe that he's constantly traveling to exotic locations, but it was revealed that it wasn't the case, as all those photos were actually throwback snaps from a couple of holidays he spent with his former girlfriend. Moreover, the person also claimed that the white Mercedes-Benz seen on his page is actually his father's, and that the luxurious apartment is in fact rented from Airbnb. As the final nail in the coffin of Johnny's supposed incredible wealth, the person also added that most of his designer watches are fake, and that he spends the majority of his time in the gym. All this prompted the press to dig a little deeper, as Johnny portrays himself as a business director, and it was ultimately revealed that the companies he's associated with repeatedly suffered terrible losses. After being in the spotlight for a long time, some people have a hard time dealing with reality and the fact that they're not a big deal anymore, so they desperately try to stay relevant by flaunting the cash they don't actually have. Such is the case with Keyshawn Anderson, better known as Sean Kingston, the singer of an international hit that peaked at the top of the Billboard Hot 100, Beautiful Girls. Fame and money don't last forever, even though Kingston did his best to tell the world otherwise. The Jamaican rapper sure does have love for jewelry, and sadly for him, that's exactly what exposed him as poor. The famous singer found himself in the center of controversy when he blamed the jewelers for coming after him and his money. Speaking to TMZ, Kingston said that if he's late on the payment, it's not because he doesn't have the money, but because his mom handles his business, and she's usually very busy. To make a point, he claimed that he has incredible wealth to splash around, as he has 4 properties and rents a lavish mansion that he pays $30,000 a month. Still, when he walked into a high-end jewelry store and bought 2 diamond necklaces, 2 watches, a ring, a bracelet, and some golden chains worth $300,000, he paid with 2 bad checks that immediately bounced when the company attempted to cash them. Moreover, when the former star found himself in a legal battle over unpaid lawyer bills, the court documents he filed revealed that he has less than $50 in his bank account and owns no properties whatsoever. Last year, the Ace family posted an exclusive tour of their new dream house they supposedly bought. In the video, Austin and Catherine are walking through the massive 6,208 square foot house with 5 bedrooms, 4 spacious bathrooms, a pool, and at one point, Austin even points out a big playground in the backyard they got for Ellie. However, rumors about them lying about the purchase started circulating soon enough, as people began to wonder how could they afford such a place. Despite the Ace family claiming to have bought their mansion, tons of posts claiming that it is in fact leased appeared online as people started googling the address, which wasn't edited out of the video. Ultimately, it was concluded that, while Austin's wording made it sound like they owned the place, the house was indeed rented for $17,000 a month, and that Ellie's huge playset in the backyard was already there thanks to the owners. Also, the fact that Catherine's brother Ryan was caught on camera speaking about calling the owner to ask about the history of the house certainly doesn't work in the Ace family's favor. Even though he managed to amass a sizable fortune during his career, one of the most successful rappers in the world, 50 Cent, ultimately got exposed as broke, mostly thanks to his reckless lifestyle. After suffering an astonishing number of lawsuits due to feuds that went on for years and divorce settlements, 50 Cent ultimately had to file for bankruptcy around the time that he was court-ordered to pay $7 million to a woman with whom he was involved in a scandal. As news of his financial troubles started spreading, he decided to respond with a series of photos of himself surrounded by stacks of cash, with one of them having the word broke spelled out in cash. This attempt to stay on top of things turned out to be a bad move, because they were seen by the same woman who won $7 million in a legal dispute but wasn't able to collect them since he filed for bankruptcy. Ultimately, 50 Cent had to own up to his actions and finally admitted that he is actually broke and that the money from the photos wasn't actually his. Portraying himself as an investor, consultant, a partner, and advisor to over 20 multi-million-dollar businesses, Tai Lopez is a YouTube personality known for sharing advice on love, health, and wealth. However, as it would turn out later on, Tai could have taken a lesson from his own book because he was ultimately exposed as a fake, and even though he doesn't have a problem flashing his possessions, it turned out that they are not his to begin with. Soon after Tai posted a video of his luxurious mansion in LA, people were quick to point out that the mansion in question is actually listed as a rental online. Moreover, after Tai posted a video in which he showed a Lamborghini that he supposedly just bought, many people concluded that the car was rental as well. Ultimately, Tai appears to have some money since he's able to rent all of these, but he isn't as rich as he would have people believe. Coming up in this pic, we have Lil Tay, an incredibly popular and a rather controversial 9-year-old social media star from Canada who gathered attention thanks to her monologues full of expletives and brash personality. For quite some time now, she has been posting videos and images showing her living a high life. If her posts are to be believed, she appears to be extremely wealthy, staying at 6-star hotels, having an iPhone 10, as well as having Gucci lint remover. To top it all off, at one point she claimed to own 5 houses and a luxurious sports car, but all this was obviously just a make-believe, as it was ultimately revealed that she didn't actually own anything. When Good Morning America spoke to Lil Tay's mother's ex-boss David Yang, the man explained that Mercedes 500 SL and properties young Instagram stars showed in her videos were in fact his, and that Lil Tay's mom has been abusing her position in the company for her daughter's sake, which ultimately got her fired. The Queens-born rapper Ja Rule's career peaked way back in the early 2000s, as his songs made it on the top 40 and Billboard Top 100 lists. Ultimately, Always on Time featuring Ashanti from his 3rd studio album titled Pain Is Love, released in 2001, became a worldwide hit, and it topped the charts as Billboard Hot 100 #1 single. Unfortunately for Ja Rule, things started going downhill with later albums, and he ultimately hit rock bottom when he ended up in prison, and his wife started rumors about him having relations with a cellmate. Even though he continued portraying himself as incredibly wealthy in the years to come, that wasn't actually the case. So when he met an entrepreneur, Billy McFarland, he made a last-ditch effort to easily grab some cash. The two came up with an idea to organize Fyre Festival that would take place on a private island in the Caribbean. To attract more people, the festival was advertised as a tropical weekend getaway, with top musical acts and the best in food, art, music, and adventure. Lured by what would turn out to be false promises, some people paid thousands of dollars to attend the posh festival, but when they arrived, all they found was a muddy island with disaster tents and reportedly bloody mattresses, no running water, and sorry lighting, while the best in food turned out to be plain sandwiches with bread and cheese that pretty much looked like plastic. Now, as if that wasn't bad enough, the artists and bands started dropping out soon enough because Ja Rule and McFarland were behind on paying them. In the end, both of them ended up even poorer than they were, as they were sued by just about everyone, with McFarland even being sentenced to 6 years in prison. Thank you for checking this video out, and don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on and comment down below that you subscribed, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.